Not a particularly interesting route for Tour of Colombia this year. So far there's been 4 stages taking on roughly the same route each day, and only one of which has had an uphill-ish finish. EF Pro Cycling took a commanding hold on the GC in Stage 1's TTT, putting 45 seconds into everyone despite their significant weight disadvantage. Sergio Higuita then won Stage 4, so he had a 12-second GC lead ahead of 2 of his teammates in 2nd and 3rd, with 2018 winner Egan Bernal 50 seconds down in 4th. It was all set to change on the final day, with an 11km climb up to the finish with steep sections coming right at the end. It was an up and down all day kind of course, and as TV cameras turned on with around 70k to go, 14 riders were up the road. There were no real GC threats, but DQS and Movistar put a rider up there to save their teammates from chasing, and lots of Colombians in Colombian teams wanted the camera time. This left the pacemaking to EF's unusual duo of Tijer Van Garderen and Rigoberto Urán, along with a couple of Colombian national team riders helping out Esteban Chavez. They held the gap around 3 minutes between 70 and 55k to go as the broadcasters persisted on trying to sell things. An increase in numbers from Colombia took 45 seconds out of the break in just 5 kilometers, prompting them to get active in the escape on some twisty roads at 50k to go. The peloton decided that maybe this pace was a bit too fast and slowed until Team Illuminate got bored of it and accelerated again at 43k to go. This really doesn't make a lot of sense. They are a small team with no climber and they have a teammate up the road. Comically, this prompted said teammate to make an attack in the break as meanwhile the peloton was beginning to lose some riders, including points leader Milano. Ineos took over on the descent at 35k to go and brought the gap down to less than a minute as they came towards the penultimate climb. The break sprinted massively on the climb and its final survivors were caught 3k later by the Ecuadorian national team and another Colombian continental squad. Ineos chipped in again with just under 30k to go and their efforts showed Carlos Betancourt, Bob Jungels and Julian Alaphilippe. While it looked like the unstoppable Ineos train was in full force for Bernal, the group behind it was very bunched up and there were still 3 rested EF riders in it. As the summit approached, a couple of riders went away, but this didn't make a difference to the red kits in front, who continued to set pace into the final climb. Not long after the climb started, Richard Carapaz's mechanical caused Ineos to discontinue their chase and set off a flurry of attacks. EF briefly had to do some work, but Ineos set right back up once Carapaz rejoined. Urán tried to help out, but Carapaz seemed set on riding with absolutely nobody, even as he was clearly losing pace. Medellin sent a rider up the road and Androni Giocattoli's Miguel Flores joined up with him on a flat section with 3k to go. But back in the bunch, Carapaz had finally become tired and instead of attacking, Bernal set pace like a domestique. This dropped everyone apart from the EF climbers who, coming off 35k of sitting on, are as fresh as you can imagine. They caught the 2 leaders at 2k to go and then dropped them shortly afterwards, along with Ecuadorian national champion Jonathan Caido. Bernal checked back down the road a couple of times inside the final kilometre but continued on the front, almost like he was using the climb to train on rather than race on. Anyway, the scene was set for a 3-up sprint, and it wasn't exactly much of a contest. Danny Martinez attacked on the final bend and passed the training Bernal with only Higuita able to follow. However, the diminutive GC leader couldn't pass, leaving his teammate to take the win in a dominant 1-2, mostly thanks to the work of Team Ineos. Higuita was able to take the first GC win of his professional career to go alongside his stage win at the Vuelta with stage winner Martinez in 2nd. Thank you very much for watching and goodbye.